As anyone who hasn't been living under a rock well knows by now, Avatar 2 is set to drop at the end of the year, with the third installment penciled in to be released another 2 years after that in December 2024. And this week, we have heard a cheeky casting rumor for both movies. Today, we're discussing all we know about Vin Diesel potentially being in the upcoming movies, so stay tuned. First up, what's good old Vin been up to recently? Let's see. Vin Diesel is arguably best known for his role as Dominic Toretto in the seemingly never-ending Fast and Furious franchise, and also as Groot in Guardians of the Galaxy. Diesel reprised the role of Toretto in last year's 9th Fast and Furious film, whilst also voicing Groot again in next year's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which we are super excited for. And it's not just the Guardians movies he's portrayed Groot in. He has also voiced the sentient tree-like being in the Avengers movies, Infinity War, and Endgame. Outside of the two super popular movie franchises for which he is best known, he has also had roles in movies such as the XXX movies, in which he plays a secret agent, and also Riddick. However, it was in Steven Spielberg's war classic, Saving Private Ryan, where he was arguably first noticed, playing the role of Private Adam Carpazzo to critical acclaim. A bona fide movie star, Diesel has also appeared in a couple of TV shows, all in the space of the past couple of years, voicing his two most distinguished characters, Toretto and Groot, in Fast and Furious Sky Racers and the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, respectively. The talented actor has also appeared in a few video games featuring some of the characters he has played over the years, and he also features in the Fast and Furious Supercharged ride at Universal Studios. Quite the repertoire. What is your favorite Vin Diesel role? Let us know below. So, what's all this Avatar news? Stay tuned to find out. As we know, the long-awaited sequel will be with us around Christmas of this year, and we already have a pretty stellar lineup cast-wise, with luminaries such as Kate Winslet and Sigourney Weaver already on board. But I think we all know there's still going to be a few surprises in store on the casting front. Recently, it has been rumored that none other than Vin Diesel himself is set to appear in Avatar 2, after the actor himself spoke out about a potential role, saying, "I have spent time with him, Cameron, but I have not filmed yet. I love James Cameron and I love the series. I think it's safe to say that we will be working together." So there is nothing concrete as of yet, which comes straight from the horse's mouth, but he probably wouldn't be running around talking about a potential role in a huge movie if it wasn't likely to be happening. There is already a connection between Avatar and Fast and Furious after Michelle Rodriguez appeared in the first movie, but it was confirmed a few years back that she would not be making another appearance in the sequel, unfortunately. Could she have name-dropped her old mate Vin for a role in the upcoming movies? That sure would have been nice of her. But who do we think he might play should the rumors be true? We think he would make a pretty good Na'vi warrior. What do you guys think? We're talking about what the upcoming Avatar sequels mean for Disney now. Stay with us. The soon-to-be-released Avatar sequel has been a long time in the making, and it can't come quick enough for fans of the original if we're being honest. But the sequels will also have far-reaching consequences for Disney too, after they acquired Fox in a multi-billion-dollar deal. Avatar and its upcoming sequels will have been one of the reasons why Disney purchased the studio, with all the movies projected to make around $1 billion each at the box office, which would at least go some way to paying back some of the 70-odd billion they shelled out for Fox. Some people have claimed that banking on a movie which only so far has one film in its franchise represents something of a gamble for Disney, but they seem certain of the draw the franchise has the power of creating, especially with Cameron back on board, who was responsible for two of the top 3 highest-grossing movies of all time, the other being 1997 mega-hit Titanic. The franchise has obvious financial and cultural viability, but some commentators have said that interest has waned somewhat since the second installment was first announced. Disney has placed all its eggs in the Avatar basket by giving it the Christmas release spot ahead of some MCU movies, but it could be argued that at this point, those movies sell themselves. Disney are basically hedging their bets by giving the movie a December release date, which typically means a big dollar box office success. So how does Cameron keep order on such a huge production? Stay tuned to find out. Some of Cameron's cast have been spilling the beans on how the legendary director maintains order on his sets, and Kate Winslet, who played Rose for the director in 1997's Titanic, as well as Sam Worthington, who played Sully in the original Avatar, have spoken out about some of the tactics the famed director uses. In an interview which aired years after the first Avatar movie dropped, Worthington claimed that Cameron would nail a mobile phone to a wall if it happened to ring and interrupt him on set. Apparently, a runner on the set incurred his wrath after his phone rang and said the phone ended up being nailed to the wall. Obviously, the original was made in the late 2000s, and the way society has evolved, there is absolutely no chance this would happen these days, as Cameron would be accused of bullying or hurting someone's feelings nowadays. Cameron himself even confirmed the rumors, saying, "Would I nail a cell phone to the wall with a nail gun? Absolutely, if it went off in the middle of a take, but it doesn't mean I would be emotionally enraged. I would do it in a calculated, theatrical theatrical way. But when the story gets told later, it sounds like somebody who's constantly off the deep end. That's the beauty of my reputation. I don't have to shout anymore because the word is out there already. Bravo, Jim. Just remember not to do that in the future, as someone will inevitably record the whole thing and you will end up canceled. News of comic book adaptation for the movie franchise now. Stay tuned. As the second installment of Avatar nears its release, it has this week been revealed that Dark Horse Comics will be releasing a new series based on Cameron's Pandora, which fans of comics are super excited about. The comics will reportedly focus on what life was like before the arrival of humans on Pandora. Writing the series will be Karina Bechko, author of Green Lantern Earth 1, and the forthcoming Smithsonian Dig It, Dinosaurs and Other Prehistoric Creatures, and Benny Lobel, who has previously worked for DC. The comic is set to drop in May, which is going to be a pretty hectic month for the publisher, as they are also working on releases for Pearl, Jenny Zero, Harrow County, and Shaolin Cowboy, which will all see brand new issue 1s. The American manga publisher was founded in the mid-80s and has so far acquired the rights to adapt a ton of mega popular films into comics, including Aliens, Predator, RoboCop, and Indiana Jones, among many others. But the comic book publisher doesn't just turn popular movies into comics. Their own original work has also been turned into TV shows. Some famous shows you might recognize, like The Mask and The Umbrella Academy, as well as the upcoming Sin City, all stem from Dark Horse Comics. What is your favorite comic book from Dark Horse? Let us know below. And finally, we're going to meet Jake and Neytiri's adopted son. Fans of Cameron's fantasy world cannot wait for the second installment. 13 years will have passed between the first and second movies, so we can probably expect a lot to have changed on Pandora, not least a new addition to Jake and Neytiri's family in the form of an adopted human child called Spider. Cameron's updated take on Pandora will be a welcome distraction of the past couple of years on our own planet, and Spider, real name Miles Socorro, will be played by Jack Champion in the Avatar sequel. As well as their adopted human, Jake and Neytiri have a few other kids of their own, including Neteyam, Loak, and Tuktairi, who will be played by Jamie Flatters, Britton Dalton, and Trinity Bliss, respectively. It will be interesting to see the relationships of the children and how they interact with each other, with one being so obviously different. Apparently, Spider's relationship with his adopted mother will cause strain on the family, as Jake took him in, but Neytiri has always viewed him as just one of the people who came and took over her planet. What do you think of Jake and Neytiri's human addition to the family? Let us know below. As always, thanks for tuning in today, and remember to stop by next time for some more fun reveals. Also, remember to like and share today's video, as well as subscribing. Bye guys!